All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about something super important for all you pet owners out there in the Phoenix area.
Yep.
Specifically, we're going to be talking about how important it is to find a vet who really understands the challenges our pets face here in Phoenix.
Right.
Because it's not just about finding the closest clinic.
No.
It's about finding someone who gets the unique needs of our furry friends in the Valley of the Sun. Like thinking about things like
the heat and the dryness and those like regional diseases you don't really hear about other places.
Exactly, like valley fever.
Oh, for sure.
That was a big one that came up in the research.
Yeah, and it's not just about treating your pet when they get sick.
Right.
It's about partnering with a vet who can
Yeah.
help you keep them healthy in the first place.
Preventative care,
Preventative care, exactly.
especially in a place like Phoenix.
100%.
It's funny. I was reading through the source material, and one thing that really jumped out at me was this idea of rattlesnake vaccines.
Interesting, right?
Like, that feels like a very Phoenix-specific thing
Very Phoenix specific.
that you wouldn't necessarily think about in other parts of the country.
Right. Like, you don't think about rattlesnakes when you picture, say, Seattle.
Right. Exactly. So here,
It's a real concern,
big time.
especially if you're someone who likes to hike
Oh, yeah.
or take your dog out on the trails.
All the time you see people out on South Mountain or Camelback with their dogs.
Exactly. And I was reading that these vaccines, they don't necessarily prevent a snake bite altogether,
Right.
but they can really reduce the severity of the venom.
Yeah. Buy you some time
Yeah,
to get to the vet,
exactly.
which is crucial.
Oh, absolutely.
Because time is of the essence in those situations.
For sure. Now, I'm really curious, like,
Yeah.
how effective are these vaccines really? They're actually pretty effective. Studies show they can significantly reduce the risk of serious complications
Wow.
from a rattlesnake bite, sometimes even be the difference between life and death.
Wow.
It's not a 100% guarantee,
Right.
but it's an extra layer of protection,
Yeah.
especially if you and your pup are out there exploring the desert.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And it kind of ties into this bigger theme I was noticing
Oh, yeah.
in the research
Yeah.
about how important it is for your vet to understand your lifestyle here in Phoenix.
Huge. It's not just about knowing the local diseases. It's about understanding how we live with our pets here.
Exactly. Like, I was thinking,
Yeah.
a vet in Seattle, they might not think twice about a dog park outing.
Right. Right.
But here in Phoenix, in the summer,
yeah.
that same trip could be dangerous.
Totally different ball game. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Right.
you need a vet who understands that,
Who gets it?
who gets it.
That the heat can be brutal.
Oh, for sure.
Those sidewalks can get so hot.
Oh, they'll fry an egg.
Exactly.
Let alone a dog's paw pads.
Yeah, so your Phoenix vet, they're going to be thinking about all that.
100%. And they'll give you practical advice
Mm-hmm.
that's actually tailored to our environment.
Right, like maybe avoid those midday walks when the sun is blazing.
Exactly.
Or invest in some booties
Yeah.
to protect those precious paws.
Exactly.
And it's not just about the heat.
Right.
It's about those unique health concerns we face here.
Oh, yeah, like
Valley fever.
valley fever, a classic.
Which, honestly, I gotta admit,
Yeah.
it's one of those things I hear about, but don't fully understand.
Well, let me tell you.
It's in the air,
Yeah, I know it's in the air.
but it's a fungus,
Okay.
and it can cause all sorts of problems.
Interesting.
And what makes it really tricky
Yeah.
is that it can mimic other illnesses.
Really?
Yeah. So if you have a vet who's not familiar with valley fever.
They might misdiagnose it.
Wow.
But a Phoenix vet,
Yeah.
they're trained to recognize those subtle signs
Oh.
and order the right tests
right.
to make sure you get an accurate diagnosis.
So it's not just about treating the symptoms.
No.
It's about having that deeper understanding
Exactly.
of what those symptoms could mean
100%.
in a Phoenix context.
It's like having a detective
Oh,
on your pet's health team,
I like that.
someone who's piecing together the clues
Yeah,
and seeing the bigger picture.
that makes a lot of sense. I'm already feeling more empowered,
Good.
just knowing all of this.
That's the power of knowledge, right?
Right.
It gives you the confidence to make the best choices for your furry friend.
All right, so we've talked about rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
We've talked about valley fever, two very Phoenix-specific challenges.
For sure.
But what about those more everyday things?
Oh, yeah.
Like dealing with The summer heat.
Oh, the heat.
Like, what kind of advice can a local vet offer there
Right.
to help us keep our pets safe during those scorching months?
That's a great question. And honestly, that's a huge part of what makes a Phoenix vet so valuable. They get it.
Yeah.
They understand that heat isn't just uncomfortable for our pets.
Right.
It can be dangerous.
Oh, absolutely.
Life-threatening, even.
Yeah.
So they're going to be really proactive about helping you keep your pet cool.
Okay, yeah. I've definitely had my share of, like,
Yeah.
panicky moments
Yeah.
watching my dog pant after a short walk in the summer.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
And that's where having a local vet can be a lifesaver. They'll help you create a heat safety plan,
Oh, wow.
teach you how to recognize the early signs of heat stroke,
Okay.
what to do if your pet starts overheating.
That sounds really reassuring.
It's like having a personalized playbook
Yep.
for surviving a Phoenix summer with your furry friend.
Okay. Especially with summer just around the corner.
Right. So it's like, you've got this partner in navigating all the ups and downs of pet ownership in this unique environment.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
It's all about being prepared.
Absolutely. It's crazy how much there is to consider when it comes to pet care in Phoenix.
Oh, totally. It's a whole different world compared to other places.
Like a whole different set of rules.
Exactly. And one of the things I find fascinating is how a Phoenix vet's expertise extends to understanding the specific needs of different breeds.
Oh, that's right. I remember reading about that. Something about breed-specific concerns being amplified by our climate.
Exactly. Because certain breeds are just naturally more susceptible to heat than others.
That makes sense. So, like, what kind of breeds are we talking about here?
Well, think about those brachycephalic breeds. Brachycephalic. It's a fancy word for dogs with those smushed faces.
Okay. Like bulldog,
Norfolk?
pugs,
Yeah.
Frenchies.
Yeah. They're so cute, but
It's horrible, right. But, yeah, breathing must be tough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They already have those narrowed airways,
Right.
making it harder for them to breathe.
Okay.
And then you throw in the intense Phoenix heat.
Oof. Yeah, that sounds like a problem.
It can be. They overheat much faster than other breeds.
Wow. So what can a vet do to help with that?
Well, a Phoenix vet
Yeah.
is going to be extra vigilant
Okay.
about monitoring their respiratory health.
Gotcha. Especially during the summer, I imagine.
Especially during the summer, you want to be super careful with those guys.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So it's not just about knowing how to treat a heat stroke.
Right.
It's about recognizing which breeds are most susceptible
Okay.
and taking preventative measures.
That makes a lot of sense. This is making me realize that finding a vet in Phoenix isn't just about finding someone who can treat your pet when they're sick.
Right.
It's about finding someone who can help you prevent.
Exactly. Preventative care is key.
Yeah.
Especially here in Phoenix.
Right. Because it's like you said, there are so many unique challenges here.
100%. It's about having a proactive partner in your pet's health.
Yeah.
Someone who understands the unique challenges of living in this environment.
Right.
And can help you navigate them successfully.
Absolutely. And speaking of navigating challenges,
Yeah.
what about those unexpected emergencies?
Oh, yeah. Those are never fun.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if my dog eats something he shouldn't
Right.
in the middle of the night?
Well, the good news is many Phoenix vets offer after-hours services.
Oh, really? That's good to know.
Or they have strong relationships with 247 animal hospitals in the area. So even if something happens in the middle of the night, you're not left scrambling.
Wow. That peace of mind is priceless.
Totally. It's like knowing you have a safety net
Yeah.
no matter what.
It's a good feeling.
Absolutely. And that sense of security extends to the long-term relationship you build with your vet.
That's true.
Remember how the source material emphasized the importance of that ongoing connection?
Yeah, I do. Like having a vet who really knows your pet.
Exactly. A vet who knows your pet's history, their quirks, their individual needs, that's invaluable.
Especially in a place like Phoenix.
No, absolutely.
With all its unique challenges.
It's like imagine having a vet who's been with your pet from puppyhood to their senior years.
Wow. Yeah.
They've seen them grow. They understand their baseline health.
Right.
They can anticipate potential issues.
That's incredible.
The best case scenario.
It really is. It's like having a family doctor for your pet.
Exactly. That's a great analogy. It's about building a relationship built on trust, understanding, and a shared commitment to your pet's health and happiness.
And that's all amplified
Yeah.
when you have a vet who truly understands the nuances
Absolutely.
of life in Phoenix.
100%. It's about finding a vet who speaks the language of Phoenix pet ownership.
I like that.
Someone who gets it, who gets the challenges and the joys that come with sharing our lives with our animals in this incredible city.
So well said. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, what's the big takeaway for our Phoenix pet parents?
What do we want them to remember?
I think the big takeaway here is that finding a vet who really gets Phoenix is crucial for our pets.
Yeah. If you want your pet to thrive in this environment, you need someone who understands the unique challenges.
For sure. Someone who's not just going to treat them when they're sick, but
Right. It's about
let them stay healthy in the first place.
Exactly. Preventative care, and a vet who can be that partner.
Yeah, that partner.
For you and your pet.
Okay, so for our listeners out there who are thinking, all right, I need to find a new vet, or I'm moving to Phoenix, and I need to find a vet who gets it. What advice do you have for them?
That's a great question. I think now that you understand how important local expertise is, you got to start by asking yourself, what's important to you and your pet?
Okay.
Do you need a vet who's experienced with a specific breed or species?
Right.
Are you looking for someone who offers like holistic therapies alongside traditional medicine?
Right. You want to find someone who aligns with your values and how you approach pet care.
100%. And don't be afraid to ask about those Phoenix-specific concerns.
Right.
Like, how do you handle heat stroke cases?
What's your experience with valley fever?
Exactly. Those are the kinds of questions that'll help you figure out.
Determine if they really get it.
If they understand.
Right. And beyond the technical stuff. Don't forget about that personal connection.
Oh, huge.
Like, do you feel comfortable talking to this vet?
Right. Do they listen to your concerns?
Do you trust them?
Trust is everything. It's like finding a doctor for yourself.
It is.
A relationship.
Yeah. Built on trust, communication, shared vision.
You got it.
Awesome. Well, we hope this deep dive has given everyone out there listening a lot to think about.
For sure. And hopefully you're feeling a little more empowered.
Yeah, a little more knowledgeable.
A little more ready to tackle whatever comes your way with your furry friend.
Exactly. So go out there, find that amazing Phoenix vet, and keep those tails wagging.
All year round.